shoot to kill. Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, 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 brr, pa, pa.
You are sentenced to a period of 5 years imprisonment.
Today, we begin in Johannesburg with a major development that could reshape the country's political landscape. Julius Malema, one of South Africa's most polarizing and influential political figures, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison after being convicted of firing what authorities say was an assault rifle in public during a 2018 rally. The 45-year-old leader and founder of the Economic Freedom Fighters, widely known as the EFF, was found guilty of violating the country's Firearms Control Act after discharging the weapon during the party's 5th anniversary celebrations in the Eastern Cape. Tensions flared in Mpumalanga earlier today as police moved to disperse members of the Economic Freedom Fighters, who had blocked the busy N4 highway in Mbombela. Authorities deployed rubber bullets, tear gas and stun grenades in an effort to clear the roadway after protests escalated.
She has granted us leave for appeal on sentencing and refused to give us leave to appeal on conviction. We must petition the High Court to appeal the guilty verdict and the sentencing itself today, because all they wanted was to have me sleep here for one night.
Malema had pleaded not guilty, maintaining that the firearm in question was a toy. His legal team has since filed an appeal against the sentence, while members of his party have dismissed the case as a politically motivated witch hunt.
Honorable Malema, are you prepared to respond to the question?
I have no time for racist questions.
The ruling now casts serious doubt over Malema's political future. If the conviction is upheld, he could be disqualified from serving in Parliament, a move that may significantly weaken the EFF, currently South Africa's 4th largest political party with roughly 10% of seats in the National Assembly. Political analysts warn the consequences could be far-reaching. Without Malema at the helm, questions are mounting about the party's leadership structure and long-term viability. Nicknamed Juju by supporters, Malema rose to prominence as a former youth leader within the African National Congress before breaking away to form the EFF. His platform has centered on economic justice, including calls to nationalize mines and redistribute land, policies that have energized millions of young South Africans while simultaneously unsettling investors. The controversy surrounding Malema extends beyond economics. His continued use of the apartheid-era struggle song, Kill the Boer, has drawn criticism both locally and internationally. While some interpret the chant as symbolic resistance, others, including Donald Trump, have condemned it as incitement.
Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Shoot to kill. Numbers are. Kill the poor, the farmers. Kill the poor, the farmers.
However, South African courts have ruled that the song does not constitute hate speech. and there is no evidence supporting claims that white farmers are being systematically targeted.
Shoot to kill. It's self-explanatory.
Shoot to kill. All right, let's not
shoot
say.
to kill. Kill a man.
Shoot to kill, kill a man.
Shoot to kill. Nyamazan. So Nyamazan is an animal. So when we say shoot to kill Nyamazan, we are commanding Nyamazan to shoot and kill. You also want me to interpret the language you hear?
Yes, just so we're clear. What are you saying in that?
Kiss the Boer, kiss the farmer. I thought it's English.
It is?
Yes.
And what does that mean?
It means kiss.
Kiss how?
And when it comes to the issues of arresting anyone for any slogan, that is a sovereign issue. It's not a matter where we need to be instructed by anyone that go and arrest this one. We are a very proud sovereign country that has its own laws, that has its own processes, and we take into account what the Constitutional Court also decided when it said that, you know, that slogan, kill the Boer, kill the farmer, is a liberation chant and slogan, and it's not meant to be a message that elicits or calls upon anyone to go and be killed, and that is what our court decided. So they will probably want to arrest people willy-nilly. We follow the dictates of our constitution because we are a constitutional state and we are a country where freedom of expression is the bedrock of our constitutional arrangements.
You know, my Lord, we're sitting here with pain, with trauma, and to be interrogated by people like this who perpetuate the segregation, who continue to promote racism in this country. It's really unfair. Thousands of children have seen their mothers being tortured. I was young when police walked into my mother's house and she was sleeping. They took off her blankets off. Men, she was not dressed up. She was sleeping. Men took off her blankets. I live with that for the rest of my life, that some strange men came into my house and took off the blankets of my mother to search if she's not a terrorist. We are still a traumatized nation, if you don't know, and that trauma is real. And don't push us to that pain, because when that day comes, we'll not be scared.
As the legal battle continues, the nation now watches closely. The outcome could not only determine Malema's fate, but also influence the trajectory of South Africa's political future. Reporting from Johannesburg, I'm your anchor. Stay with us.